welcome to Full 42. We
Here.
are a bunch of geeks talking about geek stuff and all that. We're talking about movies today from 2002. We've been going up each year since, what, 1990, was it? We
I think
covered
we
the
did
80s
We
in
did
one.
the best of the 80s, and then we started with each year in the 90s.
Yeah, and then, so we've been, this is our 12th one of that, our 13th one of that series. So,
Yeah.
2002, great, amazing year for movies. Normally we talk about board games, but sometimes we take breaks like this. So, enjoy. You'll also notice that Mike looks a little shinier. That's what he really looks like. Isn't that weird?
I wouldn't say shiny, clearer maybe, and that might not be good for anybody. So
You're still smaller than me. You got to get closer.
nah.
I got to get way back here and then I'm out of focus. So
Yeah, no, I'm not getting much close. This is comfortable for me. Also, I like if you don't notice, I like to swivel on this chair. And if I'm too close, my knee keeps hitting the table, the leg of the table, which will make everything shake. So I try and stay a little bit farther back. Depends. I mean, I'll move up a little bit, but what you're gonna get?
I think my lighting's making me look pretty pale here. Let me see if I can change it here. Oh, God, that's worse.
That's great.
Yeah, I should have adjusted this before, but whatever. All right.
That's all right.
That's fine.
It's our first show, so we're good.
It's our 207th show for this series.
Is it 207? Jeez.
207, and we that's not counting all the other stuff that we did in Scry-Fi, and This Is the Play. We have other shows that do stuff. Although we haven't visited those in a while, so we should.
Yeah, we should.
So yeah, we're gonna be talking about that. We're gonna do our announcements and all that. Oh yeah, like and subscribe, all that wonderful stuff.
Do the thing, yeah. Also, let me know what it sounds. I mean, obviously it's clearer than the other camera, but let me know what it sounds like because the sound is going through the phone, and I'm using the computer for the chat because the phone's facing the other direction. So let me know what the sound is like. I assume it's okay. I think there's a little bit of a delay, but we'll see.
I think it sounds great.
Good.
I mean, I wasn't really listening, but
great. Fantastic.
Hey, Alan.
Hey, Alan. And everyone.
Dave. Steven's in there. Eric. So we're going to do that. Luckily, I don't see that you have any torture quizzes for me today.
No, I gave you 2 in a row, so I left this one alone. I left this week alone.
That's
hey, Wayne. Yeah, I figured, I mean, whatever. We end up talking anyway about a whole bunch of stuff. What does your cup say? I'm Chris, what? Doing Chris things. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that.
That's the first time you've ever asked what my mug says.
Usually I know what it is.
It says something different all the time.
No, you've used your R2-1 a couple times.
I do have a bug of the week.
I got one.
I have a bug of the week. Nice.
Yeah.
He looks so, I am your father.
Yeah, he's like on a Shakespearean stage. Yeah.
Weird.
Whatever.
Nice. So we'll get into the list after these brief announcements and whatnot. And Luca painting, of course.
Yep.
The real reason why everybody shows up.
You're getting a 2-fer this week.
Nice.
Yep.
Weekend Luca.
Yeah.
Okay. So announcements. You got announcements?
I have one. For those that are mostly local or semi-local, Friday is National Board Game Day.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's National Board Game Day, and then there's International Board Game Day is in June. That's the one that most people know. I'm sorry, International Tabletop Day. That's in June. But Friday is National Board Game Day, and we're celebrating it at Bullfinch, which we go to every Tuesday for QSCon Tuesdays. We have local vendors that are going to be there, like DVC Games, who's local. I think DPH is coming.
By local, you mean Syracuse?
Syracuse, New York, yeah. And the surrounding areas. So we got some vendors there. QSCon will have an Extra Life table up doing donations for Extra Life this weekend because they have an incentive going on this weekend to raise money. So we're doing that. Also, the governor of New York, who I don't know because I don't politics, declared Friday as New York Craft Beer Day. And Bullfinch is all about craft beer. Like Dave does as much local stuff as he can with the liquor and with the beer and the ingredients. So if you're into that, it's New York Craft Beer Day. So that'll also be on Friday. So we'll be celebrating board games, raising some money for children while celebrating craft beer, all in a local brewery. So no, they're not going to be there. I mean, I wouldn't say peaceful. You'll still cause a ruckus, Tom. Don't worry.
Well, that sounds fun. I didn't even know that about Friday. I should try to do something Friday.
Yeah. Yep. National. I keep fucking them up. It's National Board Game Day and International Tabletop Day.
Is a different day.
Yeah, that's June. So International Tabletop. The official International Tabletop Day is June 7th, which we're also going to be back at Bullfinch doing the same kind of thing. We also, and I've talked about this before, over the summer, I partner with Play the Game, which is a local shop in the mall itself, the big mall, Destiny, and Retro Game Con, which is the local retro game convention. um, they bring in about 7,000 people over a 2.5, 3 day weekend. So between Retro and Play the Game and the mall and QsCon, we put on a tabletop day in the mall, and that's going to be August 16th. I know that's a lot in the future, but we have a bunch of stuff going on
Nice.
coming up. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
So good stuff. So if you're around Friday, if you're in the area, local-ish to the Syracuse area, Friday from 4, we start at 4, and then we'll go till they close. We'll be at Bullfinch at Destiny. So come stop
What time
by.
do they close?
I think they do last call at 9. Restaurant closes at 9, and then the bar closes at 10. But if people are there, it stays open a little bit later. So kitchen's 9, bar's 10 for the most part. Nice. Good, good, good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. What you do? Did you? Speaking of board games and stuff, I actually played quite a bit this weekend. Did you get to play any this weekend?
You no, I played the game. Like I wasn't lying. I played the game of Life Legacy. That was my weekend with the two
Yeah.
kids. Yeah. So no, I learned a couple games. I recently acquired some from some Facebook posts. One flew wicked under the radar for me, but Inuit, the Snowfolk, that came out from Board and Dice, which is weird because it doesn't look like a Board and Dice type game. The art is stunning. And the gameplay is fairly straightforward. Like the way it's almost Nunatalk-ish, and we've talked about Nunatalk, and I've played it. We played it on the show, where you're putting cards into an engine, and the engine's triggering certain ways. Inuit is doing the same kind of thing, where you're pulling from the center row of yeah. Look, the art's absolutely stunning. If you go into some of the cards, I don't know if they haven't posted, but
I've
some
never
of
seen
the
this before.
oh my god, it pretty straight. Like that's your tribe, and you're trying to put cards down in your tribe, but you actually will lose points if they're not of like that green card there is not purple, so you'll actually lose those. It says on the bottom two. There's a little 2 in a circle. You'll actually lose those points because it's not part of your tribe. But the purple and red card all the way to the left, they count as 2. And since it's purple, it counts. So you'll get points for anything that's purple, and then any kind of end game kind of multipliers and stuff. The game pretty much straightforward. You have these 7 different people in your tribe that do things like whaling or hunting or whatever. But the art it's just gorgeous.
Is that the Miko?
That is, but that is not from the game.
Oh, okay.
The Miko did not do this. Look at those. If you can zoom in on those, the spirits. Like the right cards they're great. The art it's gorgeous. It really is just. I mean, the pictures aren't doing it, but go back a picture.
Oh, there's one. Ooh.
Yeah, and make it look like
That might be a little too close, but
it's beautiful. The art's beautiful. The icons are stunning. Go back a few.
Let's see new ones.
Well, yeah, but you're not. I don't know if you're going to see it, and all of a sudden you're going to get into like prototype and people that homebrewed art.
All right, I'll go back. I just wanted to see what this was.
Yeah, the art's stunning.
All right, how far back?
3 more? No, that one right there. Zoom in on that. Like those are the spirits. I love the colorway, like the faded, the
Yeah.
blues and the white. It's beautiful.
Well, that's pretty cool.
It's a beautiful game. It's like I said, it's very straightforward. It's easy to play. You're doing certain things on your turn. You're trying to trigger an engine that's going to help you end game. You could also potentially take cards away from other people's villages. So like that green card would be, if you were playing green, you get 2 points for that green. But maybe on my turn I take it to make sure you're not getting points because you get extra points or whatever. Yeah, Inuit the Snowfolk, but it's by Board and Dice, which is not like that. Doesn't seem like a game of theirs, but it
Yeah,
came
it
out in
came out in 2019.
2019. Yeah, so I feel like it got lost in the pandemic, right? Like,
The shuffle, yeah.
yeah, that's gorgeous. I also got what was the other one I got that I was super excited about? Shit.
Wait, you learned it, but you haven't played it.
I learned it, but I haven't played it. There was
What?
another one that I got from Inuit.
Don't you forget games when you do that?
No, yeah, but I'll be able to jump in. Like usually for something like that, all I would need is like a setup and then a turn order, and then I'll get back. Oh yeah, this is how you play it, kind of thing.
Hmm. Yeah, I never do that. I always learn it, then play it, and then it's stuck in there.
Nah, that never does.
Like
it.
I don't even start if I don't think I have time to play it afterwards.
What was the other one that I got? Oh, I posted in our chat from Luca was helping me punch Galactic Cruise when that showed up.
Oh, Galactic! Did you learn that one?
No, God, no. That's gonna be that's a
It
day.
looks awesome.
What was the other one that I got? It was a classic that I've been looking for. Oh, Loomis.
Just time, Matt. Which one?
Loomis. Lumis. There it is. Loomis. So it's a Cosmos game from 2015.
Huh.
Yeah, that one. So Stephen Glenn, I actually play tested this at the Gathering 2 years ago. Stephen Glenn goes, and Van Ryder is looking at, or was at the time looking at, re-theming this into something, which they have since published, called Garden Something. It's in the Van Ryder catalog. It uses the same mechanisms, but it's a 2 or 4 player game. And if you're playing 4 player, you play as teams. You're not allowed to talk, but you can pass cards on your turn to the other player. And the idea is, if you notice, there's white, purple, blue, and green, right? There's areas there. On your turn, you drop those cards down and put your fire tokens, I forget what they're actually called, fire tokens down in that pattern. So if I wanted to get somewhere, let's say it was like 2 whites, a purple, and a green. Well, I would play 2 whites, a purple, and a green, and I'd be able to put my fires down. The idea is you want to gain those towers and control those towers and link from one end of the board to the other. So if you notice, the right and left side are red. Mm-hmm. The red player is starting on one side and trying to get a connected path to the other side, and the yellow is trying to do the same thing.
Yep.
It's really, really. I mean, it's another straightforward kind of game. And Van Ryder's got it. It's called Garden Something. I forget. If you go back to the main page, it'll say re-implemented by something. But that one came out in 2015. It wasn't released. I don't believe it was released in the US, so it's German. So it's been hard for me to find, and I saw it on somebody's like I'm getting rid of post of games, and I grabbed that and Inuit at the same time.
Nice.
It's a fun one, and you can collect, like you can take the towers from people as long as you pay 1 more than what's there. So those towers stack up; those little black pieces will stack up, and you put your fire on top. But if you take it over, you'll put 1 more and then take your fire off. Like it's a good one.
Sounds good.
Yep.
You should play them and then tell us how it is.
I will bring them with me in 2 weeks.
Okay.
But yeah, if you go back to the main page, just to maybe one of you has it and you don't know that it was based on this game. Up in the left, up in the top, it says re-implemented by Garden Something. Do you see it?
No. Where would it say that?
Above the rating.
Oh, yeah, Garden Guests.
That one. So that's the game it ended up being for Van Ryder.
I've seen that game.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you've seen it, like the way that works, right? You're playing your cards to get across the thing. It's the same concept.
That's why that sounds familiar.
Yeah, I don't know what they changed in that one, or what they added, or whatever. It looks a little bit different. I don't know what the white on the top and the bottom are, and where the colors are. So I'm sure it's different. But it's based on the game Loomis by Stephen Glenn, and I've been hunting Loomis for a while, so I'm glad I got it.
Cool.
Yeah, a 10-year-old game that was not made in the U.S. I'm excited, but yeah, that's what I did this weekend. Is I relearned that. I learned Inuit, and then played with the kids.
Fun.
I agree.
I played Diluvium, which we saw. How do you? I don't know how to spell
We
it.
talked about that for the Gen Con stuff.
I still don't know how to spell it. Diluv. Is that it? Yeah, there's. Yeah, this was my favorite cover from 2024. We had an episode where we talked about that, but I hadn't played the game, and it made me want to try out the game. So I played it twice now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I think I won this one time. It's hard to remember. But yeah, it's pretty good. The problem is it's like a 15-minute game and it doesn't look like it. Like it's really over. It feels like in just like 12 moves or something. And just whenever you're like, oh, I'm getting into it, it's done.
Done. Yeah.
So I'm wondering, is there like I want to look in the back and see if there's like for a longer game, add this many, because it runs out whenever you run out of resources, but you change that amount depending on player count. We only play 2 players, so we could play longer game if we wanted to and add it there. But yeah.
Hey, Kabuki.
Hey.
And Matt, missed you when you came in. Good to see you, buddy.
I hit the wrong thing for Matt, but yeah, he said hi.
Yeah.
But yeah, Diluvium, really fun game. It's too short. Like that's how fun it is. Like it takes longer to set up than play almost.
Oh,
although it's not a long setup, but it feels that way. Like, okay, we got everything set up, but it's over. You know, that kind of feel.
Interesting.
Still fun though. I'd recommend it.
Good.
Play it if we see it when we see each other in a few weeks.
Yeah. Sure.
Also played Arc Nova. We've talked about that one quite a bit. That's what was the other one I played? Oh, Ostia again.
Yeah. That's on my radar. I've heard nothing but good things about that.
I got destroyed by Ostia. Like I've played it 3 times now. All times with my partner Aaron. And she's beaten me every time, but not as bad as this last time. Like you would think I'd be getting better, but I'm kind of staying the same and she's just getting better.
Nice.
And the problem is I feel like, man, I'm killing it. I'm doing great. And the whole time I'm having fun. I feel like I'm competitive. And then like near the last few ones, I'm like, uh-oh, she has all that. Oh, and she did all that. Oh, she also has all that. Uh-oh. And then panic and then in the game. And I lost by 81 points.
Oh,
yeah.
Well done.
She almost had 300 points. I barely had 200. So, yeah. But I had fun the entire time, and I'd play again. I mean, it's a rondel. You know, I love rondels.
Yeah.
Doing your ships, building your ships, going down pass. It's a huge winner. It's a great game. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
I still enjoyed it. I don't care if I win or lose games. I just try to win, and then whatever, you know.
Yeah, you're there for the fun.
Yep. I know. I didn't back it the first time, but I got the back it the second time. I have the Pirates expansion. I haven't tried it yet. Maybe Pirates will help me win.
You do like Pirates.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll hit retail because I think the company is not an American company. I think it's Asian. I could be corrected, but I know when the updates come out, there's English and Asian. I say Asian because I don't know what, you know.
Right.
I don't know the writing or anything, but
yeah, it might hit retail depending. I mean, it could be using like Flat River Group to distribute or Hachette to distribute. Like those kind of places will do that kind of thing. Also, if a retailer backed it.
That's good to hear.
Nice, good. Yeah,
it's so good that I expected somebody to pick it up. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Ostia is good. Go try it.
Yeah, I gotta get that one to the table. I gotta get it. They can get it to the table.
Yeah. Maybe I can bring it. We could play it next time we see each other.
Check the library, see if it's going to be in there.
Hmm.
It might be.
Good point.
Yeah. Just remind me. I can check. I forget every now and then.
But yeah, I also played a prototype for my partner who's been working on this awesome game. And don't you just love it when a prototype like sings? Like it's you go, okay, there's a bunch of stuff here. I don't know if this is gonna work out, and then it just all like it's awesome. So I had a great weekend with games and life and all that stuff.
Good. That's awesome. And you said you saw a new bug?
I did. So I went to the zoo on Sunday. We're members, so we get to go anytime we want. So anytime I get a free day, just go to the zoo and walk around. It's good.
Right. Yeah.
Plus, it was like the most excellent day of all year. It was, I think, like about 63 degrees and sunny.
Mm.
And we get like 3 of those a year here in Houston.
Right. Yeah.
The day before that, it was 41 degrees. And the day before that, it was 82 degrees. So we caught it right in the middle, zoo time. So we went to the zoo.
Nice.
And when I went I was looking around. You know what a snake doctor is?
I have an idea, but I don't think it's right.
Okay, so this probably isn't the real what it really is, what it's really called or whatever. But it looks like a dragonfly, but it's really small and only has 2 wings. It's just a very shiny green or blue stick that kind of floats around and lands. I hadn't seen one in like over a decade, and I saw one the other day. Made me so happy.
Huh. I didn't know that's what they were called.
Cool. I don't think it is. It's what my dad called them, and my dad made up stuff just to make us learn things that weren't right.
Okay.
Like I didn't know that blankets weren't called ding dunas until my mid-20s. I was a science experiment for him. He was like, let's make up words and tell them it's this.
That's good. That's good.
Which might explain a lot about me.
Yeah, I definitely. I want to know. I wonder what's lasted, like what you've never been corrected on.
I thought dinosaurs were real up until I was like maybe 8, like still alive and stuff. Because he kept seeing them all the time.
I'm like, dinosaurs were real.
Well, right. I mean, like out there, right?
Right.
So yeah.
I mean, they are, right? They're birds.
Well, they are now, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Saw some at the zoo. I saw a Komodo dragon at the zoo.
Nice.
Basically a dinosaur.
Too. Yeah, we go. I mean, it's the last time I was there, I thought I was going to get arrested because Luca was losing his mind, and I felt like people were looking at me as I have him under my arm sideways, leading him out, screaming. But yeah, it's pretty cool to have something like that. I mean, I think ours is $93 a year, and you can bring the 2 kids and 3 adults. Like it's cool. And then you go, like you said, you got a day and you just go. Yeah. It takes a couple hours. You walk around. It's fun.
Oh, this is a good announcement right here. Yeah, BGG Golden Geek nominations. Go vote for best strategy, heavy strategy, medium, art, all that stuff.
That's good.
Definitely threw a nomination for charcuterie. That artwork looks so realistic.
Yeah, and yummy. Edges on there for heavy and artwork and presentation. Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna. Okay.
Our friends at the Rundown are on for podcast.
Yep.
So you can go vote for them, nominate them, do that thing.
Nice. Awesome, Matt.
Nice. Yep. There's that. That's up.
Yep. Everybody's working on stuff. Hey,
Evan.
So, lots of fun board game stuff, and we weren't even talk board games this episode, but
no, that's the board game fix. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we lived the life of board games, so what are you gonna do?
Right. Yeah.
It's a hard knocks life, but
it is.
Somebody's got to do it. Yeah.
Lately, it's definitely been. Lately, it's been hard.
Oh, that's too bad. Sorry to hear that.
Oh, not me.
It's too much. Yeah.
The industry that we work in.
Yeah, it is a tough situation in our industry right now. But where's that banner? There we go. not experts.
No,
I
no,
don't know anything about that stuff.
no.
And I only know what I'm reading from people who are very close to experts, if not experts themselves. But,
Well, everyone thinks they're an expert.
I know I'm not. So,
No, I'm not, and I don't get involved. But there are a lot of experts out there that seem to know a lot more. So,
yeah.
Yep.
So, all right. So we haven't even gotten to the Luca painting, and that's what people really show up for. Luca
Yep.
and Micah this time, right?
Yeah, there's a
Mika.
twofer.
I always
There's
say
a two.
Micah. I always
don't know why.
mess it up. It's Mika. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Well, there's an I, right? And you're Mike, so it makes me go Mike. Yeah.
I need to have Bianca do one of Mika now too, because he's becoming. Yeah. So yeah, Luca, who's in that picture, he's been doing watercolor for the past 2 Decembers. He's now 3.5, almost 3.5, 3.5. Mika, who just turned 2 in February, is now also painting. And today, the camera's up here now. Today, they painted a couple, and you're going to get to pick which one you think. Well, first, what you think they are. They were not looking at anything when they did these, so there was no influence. But what you think they are, and then who you think, which one did which painting.
Nice.
Okay.
I almost had enough time this weekend to do the drawing of the alien thing
From
and
last
stuff.
time.
Yeah, I couldn't get around to it, but I still want to do it. So I might pop that up soon.
You should do it. All right. Here's the first one. So again, this was from today.
April 7th. Yep.
Right. And here's the first one.
Ooh. Okay. Man, it's all just like right there.
Yep.
Oh, you're too close.
I know. I'm just giving the texture, the details, the different colors.
We have to figure out if that's from Luca or from Mika. Okay. Well, let's see the other one before I say what's what.
Here's one. And here's the other one. Also from today.
Ooh. That one went totally the other way. Huh. Well, I know what I see in that one too. All right. Well, that one's got a lot of complication to it, so I'm going to go Luca for that one. Let's call that number 2. I'll say Luca's number 2, Mika's number 1. Mika.
Mika.
We already have some people saying what they see. Give us a number 1 or 2 if so we know exactly. Although this one, a cloud caught in a waterfall, I think we know is number 1. I saw a donut being dipped in a river. Especially if you turn it sideways,
Can't turn it sideways.
I know.
I like the dog puke one that Di sees.
I saw that, but I was thinking food, not puke. But the color, yeah, that kind of.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing that. Yeah.
Fluffy cat sits on tiny stream. I think is the number 1. Top view of a tornado approaching river. Oh yeah. Okay, that's good.
So topographical map of weather. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one you were.
That's Evan. Yeah.
It does look like a dachshund. I mean, like, wiener dog.
Yeah, sure.
Psyduck from Pokemon. Ooh, which one is that? Because Psyduck's yellow.
Yeah, it has the outline of it though, for sure.
Yeah. For number 1. Oh, okay. I think Psyduck's yellow. Kabuki saying it makes me wonder.
No, Psyduck is for number 1. This was number 1?
Yeah, that was the first one you showed. So.
Oh, interesting.
A rainbow in a sandstorm. I'm guessing for number 2. Little kid holding red blanket eating spilled chips.
Okay,
I can see that one. I still can't unsee the dog.
No, I can't either.
What do we got? Left is an Ewok in a colorful coat with a sign asking for money.
Hard times on Endor.
Yep. Was it shrunken head bust with long red hair? Oh yeah, okay. I wasn't going right. Oh, okay.
No, yeah. So Kabuki meant that one for the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's what she said was Psyduck. Okay. I can see that.
All right. So what does everybody think? I wasn't really looking. I was looking at that stuff. What does everybody think about who did what though?
Nobody has given guesses as to who did what yet. So show us number 1. The other one. Yep. All right. So everybody put in your vote if you think Luca did that one or if Mika did it. I'm going to say Mika did that one.
Okay.
For 2 reasons. One, there's a lot going on in this one. But also, I've never seen Luca do the long, all the way to the edge line like that blue. So, let's see. Number 2 is Luca on his knees painting a yellow picture on the sidewalk.
Okay.
See that? Look closely. Let's see. Die is opposite of what I said, so I'm probably wrong.
No, this was number 1.
Yeah, but I said that was. Oh, I did say that was. Mika. Okay, yeah. So I'm probably right because Die's usually right. Mika, I'm guessing is number 1. I agree with that. I think everybody's saying the same thing here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which means we're probably all wrong.
So Eric's just gonna be the odd one and do the opposite just cause.
That's why we should all vote at the same time. Anthropomorphic baby owl holds a protest sign leaning on a tree with fall leaves nearby.
Perfect, Evan. That's exactly what that was his motivation for it.
He was looking at that at the time, right?
That was exactly what he was looking for, yeah.
All right, so who did what?
All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at that. We were all wrong except for Eric. Okay. I've never seen Luca do the whole all the way from one side to the other.
I know.
That's fun. Cool.
So I have one for next week already that Luca did. That's pretty damn good. Definitely different. What he's doing has been different. So yeah. So there you go.
We bid $1 on the prices, right? It's a strong strategy.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah, we should change his banner to Luca and Mika paintings, I guess. Or
well, yeah, every now and then. It's not going to be all the time, but every now and then I'll have
Kid Check, Rorschach.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, let's do the thing.
Yeah, let's dive into the top 5 movies from 2002. All right, so we have to talk about exceptions because this was a huge year in which all 4 of my exceptions had to come in to play.
4?
Yeah. Because, okay, so back when we were doing the 90s, I said in 99, I said no Star Wars, right? Because it'll just always be on the list. So just no Star Wars in there. And episode 2 came out this year.
Right.
I said no Star Trek.
Right.
Because, again, would always be on the list. Huge fan. So Star Trek Nemesis came out this year.
Right.
Which wasn't the best of the Star Treks, but it had really cool moments in it. Also, it had Tom. Who played Bane? Or Bane. Who played Bane in Batman? Tom.
Hardy.
Harding. Yeah. So it had Tom Harding playing a young Patrick Stewart, which was really weird.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Then last episode where we talked, not the last episode, but the last episode where we covered movies, I think Lord of the Rings came out, and I said I'm not going to do the rest of them,
right?
Because it'll be on it every time. So Lord of the Rings: Two Towers came out this year, so that's off. And I said I'm not going to do, because last time Harry Potter came out, I said I'm not going to do all the Harry Potters because they'll constantly be on here as well. There's 8 freaking movies. It's like ridiculous. So
right,
again, Chamber of Secrets, which actually, to me, is the weakest of all of them.
Mm,
So it probably wouldn't have made the list anyway. But that's my 4 different types of exceptions for these movies, and
right.
all 4 of them hit this year. It's crazy.
Right. Yeah, sure.
So I don't think I have any. Yeah, I don't have any sequels.
Yeah, I stayed away from sequels myself, and same with you. There won't be Star Trek, but there will always be Star Wars. So that's a given that Star Wars would be on there, but that's that obviously.
Mhm.
And like I mean, it's clear that Return of the King, like, or not Return of the King, Two Towers,
Okay.
Lord of the Rings, would be on there because it was so epic and it's such a great story. So I left that off purposefully because we talked about it last week and
Right.
moving forward with Lord of the Rings. Also, the Harry Potter, I still would not be putting it on my list because I just didn't. The first two just they didn't work for me. It wasn't until Sirius came in with um, the Order of the Phoenix. That's the one that
Mhm.
got me. Like that's the one
Yeah,
that I started
that's
really
my
paying.
favorite book of the series too.
So I don't know if
Uh,
Harry would have hit it this time anyway. I mean, I love Hagrid and I love the story. Now going back and watching it, it's a great
yeah,
it's a great story. But yeah, I wouldn't put them on here, and they're not on here.
had a question for you about Luca's painting. Yeah, I think they're all watercolor, right?
Yes, it's still. Oh yeah, I hope Lily's doing well. They're still watercolor. He did. He painted with acrylic on something. I forgot what it was. I showed it once. I think it was last year. I forgot what it was that he had painted, but he painted with acrylic once. But they've both been doing just water because it's easy. It's the watercolor. It's easy to clean. It usually ends up on them in multiple ways. So, um, yeah, watercolor strictly for now.
Yeah. I'm already seeing some solid movies listed in the comments. I won't pop them up just yet till we do
Yeah,
our list.
that
But
that that does bring me Kabuki's last thing. I did purposefully. I mean, we can talk about it. I don't know if it's on your list. We can talk about it after though.
we'll talk about the ones that don't make the top 5 for
Oh,
sure. So,
okay.
or maybe if they do, we'll talk about them. But yeah, my I said I didn't have any sequels on my list. I none of my top 5, but I do have 2 further down to talk about. And I have one that's sort of no, I have 3 that's that we can talk about. I have one that's sort of a sequel,
Mm,
sort of.
okay.
So we'll see.
All right. Yeah, no sequels on mine, and there's some good ones, but I purposefully stay away from the sequels.
Yep. All right. So let's start at number 5. Who wants to go first?
I think you went first last time, so I'll go first.
That's you then.
Cool. I'm gonna lead with. I probably this is a low hanging fruit one for me, but I would watch this one anytime. One of my favorite things to quote. And the first time I really fell in love with Ryan Reynolds, it's Van Wilder.
Nice. Yep.
Oh my god, the scene with the with the Twinkies and the bulldog. Ugh.
Oh,
My god, but it's just the comedy, the wit, the sarcasm, the quickness, the just the way that he is as a person in that. Plus the cast is great. Like they did a really good job with the what's his name? He's in
Ryan
Harold
Reynolds.
and Kumar.
Oh,
No. He's in Harold and Kumar. Um,
oh, Penn.
what's his
Uh,
name? I know it. I know it. You guys you'll know it.
someone in
But
chat will tell us.
yeah, Van Wilder. I mean, it was hysterical. It still is. I still find it amusing and funny. So that would be my out of the gate number 5, Van Wilder.
Very nice. Yeah, that I have that as my number 10. Um, very. I mean, it was Cal Penn was
Yeah,
the. Yeah. Thanks, Thomas
so funny.
and Kubrick. Um, yeah, that introduced Ryan Reynolds like quick wit humor right off the bat, right? And ever since then, you see it in all his other movies and stuff.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
it had a very like I don't like PCU because Jeremy Piven is just a fuck. But I love it's got that it's the college movie with the humor, right? Animal House,
yeah,
PCU. And I do like PCU because John Favreau, like I love the character. There's so
PCU?
many good moments in it in PCU. Yeah, he's Kegger, but Van Wilder just took it up a notch. Like they were just unapologetic. They did some shit that you were like, what am I even watching? But man, the comedy is so funny.
Yeah, that's a good one. I could have guessed it'd be on your list. I think so.
Yeah, it's just it's a stupid comedy, but it's funny. It's funny. I mean, it's got its moments.
I think we might have some crossover this year. We'll see.
There's definitely one, but I'm gonna say two. I'm gonna say this one.
Ooh, 2 crossovers. We don't normally have crossovers, even
Non-movies. I'm gonna say this one and this one. I'm gonna star them.
All right.
We'll see.
Well, I'm gonna do my number 5 is one that you are probably not gonna have on there. It's Signs.
Oh yeah, it's not on my list.
So, have you seen it?
Yep.
Okay.
Twice.
So, it's got that really weird thing where, like, the answer to the problem is like, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it's the only reason why it's not higher. Other than that, I thought the acting, despite who's acting, the tension that's built all around it, all of that stuff was really solid. It almost felt like this was a night's I want to say maybe like third movie after Sixth Sense. Like it was Village, then this. Maybe it was something or Unbreakable. Anyway, there was a moment there after Village. Everybody was like, "Oh, maybe you can't make another good one." And this one wasn't nearly as good as Sixth Sense or anything, but it was at least better than The Village. And you were like, "Okay, he can do some stuff." Yeah.
It had moments throughout the movie that were cool. And then there were just way more moments that were what the fuck moments. And I love The Village. I mean, it's one of those movies you can't necessarily watch more than twice because you can go back and look for hints and stuff that you missed the first time after knowing the whole thing was going on. But I love The Village. The Village is a fantastic movie. And we haven't talked about it yet, did we?
No, we missed that year. Or we didn't miss the year, but like nobody brought it up.
What year was it? Did it come after this?
Maybe it was after that. We'll have to look, or somebody can tell us. Okay. He did Sixth Sense, then Unbreakable, then Signs. Okay, so maybe we hadn't gotten to it yet.
Village is 04. Okay, so 04. Village is fantastic. I don't know. I don't understand the hate for The Village. I think The Village is such a well done.
I didn't hate The Village. In fact, I found myself very much enjoying it halfway through until I realized way too early what the thing was.
Sure, yeah. But then you were like, no.
No, I was like, oh, that totally makes it. Okay, is it this? Yeah. I hope it's not this. It's what it started becoming. And then it was that. And I was like, okay. And the problem is, of course, you have the whole.
Sure.
If the entire movie is about a twist.
Sure.
Then it gets ruined, right?
Yeah. And, well, same thing with Sixth Sense, but the Signs was different. Sign was not about a twist, right?
Well, I mean, not really.
Yeah.
But not really. I mean, like there was like we know how to deal with this problem now kind of thing, but it wasn't a twist, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's still not my favorite M. Night. We haven't talked about my favorite yet, but yeah. So anyway, the Signs is I love it for the tension moments. I love it for those scenes that really like get you on the edge of your seat. That's my number 5.
He's good at doing that. It's definitely a theme in his movies. It's good. He does a good job with it.
He gets you to care about the characters really fast by he like hooks you with a little bit of like, oh, that's funny. Oh no, I care if this person dies. Crap, kind of thing. Or if there's some kind of issue,
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so that was my number 4. Are we snaking or?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll do my number 4. That was my number 5. I'll do my number 4 now.
You should do that.
I should learn my numbers.
You should. Yeah. Luca can help you. I'll get Luca. We can have a call with Luca. He'll help you with the numbers.
Good. My number 4 is an action movie. And it is one of like 8 films. So this might have to start going on exception list. Although I don't think the rest of them ever would, because the first one was the best one. But it's Born Identity.
Oh, sure. Well, there's 5, right?
There's one with Jeremy Renner too,
There's
and maybe there's another one.
there's 4 with Damon and 1 with Renner.
I thought there were 5 with Damon.
Nah, there's the Ultimatum, the Supremacy, the regular, and then the one that's just called Jason Bourne.
Okay,
And
there's
then
Supremacy, right?
Yeah, and then
You
that's
said
the one
Ultimatum,
with
Supremacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said that. Okay.
Yep.
I thought there was one more. Anyway, whether there is or not, yeah, this one had it. It had the one thing that I hate was introduced to cinema, but the movie was so good that I still like it. But it has the shaky cam action thing
Mm-hmm.
where people fight and whoever's running the camera purposely does this thing.
Yeah.
Stop it. Hate it.
Yeah.
And they even did stop doing it as drastically as they did first in this movie, which is
Yeah,
good.
look what Kabuki said.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's super frustrating.
I know, especially since if you see it enough times, you see some cool moves and some cool things going on and stuff.
Mhm.
And it's just like, why?
Yeah.
But the idea of this character fighting being trained and then turning, it happens so many times, but I don't think we've ever seen it with like the amnesia thing, right? Where he has to figure out what's going on
Right.
at the same time. So
Right.
I really like that. So yeah, Born Identity.
Yeah, it's a good series. I mean, they're fun movies. I've seen them all, and they're just I don't know if I'd watch them again.
I was just thinking about rewatching them all again.
Yeah.
Not the Jeremy Renner one. It just doesn't feel really connected.
No, but I liked it as a movie. If it wasn't attached to the Bourne stuff, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Like, you feel bad for him. He gets screwed, and then he's trying to rise up again. Like, it's good. It's just I don't know.
Yeah. Yep. Good point.
Yep.
So that's my number 4. No crossovers so far.
No crossovers yet. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna come in with. Yeah, this one has to be next then because I got to keep that one. The Time Machine.
The remake?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well,
Okay.
I didn't know it was a remake.
Oh, okay. So that's why you liked it.
Right. I did not know it was a remake. I love Guy Pearce, and I found myself enjoying that movie. I don't know, more than it needed to be enjoyed or it deserved to be enjoyed. I really like there's some things that are wrong with it. Like it doesn't make sense. But yeah, I loved it. I loved him as the character. I love the idea of like where would you go? Like what could you do? And then what he does in the thing. Yeah, I didn't know until I was looking it up today. I did not know that it was a remake.
Oh, really? Today?
Yep. I had no idea. Like I watched that movie. I've definitely watched that movie a bunch of times. And I had no idea it was and I know it was based on a story, like a book. Short story.
H.G. Wells, yeah.
Yeah. Is it a short story?
No, it's a book.
It's a regular book.
Yeah.
But I had no idea that there was a film made prior to it. But I loved it. It was a fun ride. It was a great story, like, trying to figure out how to do the thing. But I think Guy Pearce sold that for me because him as an actor in that movie, I liked him. I've liked him going into the things that he's been involved in. And this was one of them.
Nice.
No, Wayne, but we'll see.
Yeah, who was the main character in that movie? I mean, who's the actor?
Guy Pearce.
Was it Guy Pearce? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I saw it once in the theater and I haven't seen it since, but
yeah,
I mean, it's a hard thing whenever you're like, you have this nostalgia for an older movie and then they remake it. Yeah. I only saw it through those eyes. So if you saw it without that, it might actually be a really good movie. I
Yeah.
was comparing it the whole time, you know.
Yeah, I had no idea. I got to go look for it now. I don't know where I can find it, but I need to go look for it. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
When it came out. Oh yeah, yep. I remember that.
Huh.
Yep.
That's neat.
All
Yeah.
right.
So The Time Machine with Guy Pearce. I remember watching that one a bunch when it came out. Again, this is my last year at Blockbuster. I think 2002 is my last year at Blockbuster. So
Fun.
I'm watching a lot of these as they come out to DVD. A lot. But yeah, Time Machine stuck. I mean, I don't know if it still holds up, but from this list, this one's one that I want to watch again. I thoroughly enjoyed this one.
All right. What's your number 3?
Right, we got a snake. I wasn't ready for that. All right, I'm gonna come out with Gangs of New York for number 3.
I thought that might be on here. I've never seen it.
Oh, it's so good. I mean,
what is
Daniel Day-Lewis. Is it
yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis? Just amazing, right? As the characters that he's created throughout his career, like he just is amazing as an actor. And this one was good. I mean, it's a movie about a time period, so I know it's not all accurate, obviously. And Scorsese, sure, but man, I loved it. What didn't you like about it, Kabuki?
It's almost really good. I mean, I remember it getting lots of awards, and a lot of acclaim. And I thought, oh, I'm gonna go see that at some point, and then I missed it. And it's
Yeah.
just been one of these like, because it's a long one, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, and it's just one of these like, ooh, let's get in the mood for one of those long. And I just never hit, so I just never saw it.
Yeah, it's like a Costner movie. Like I enjoy those. I like the ones that are long that do a lot of like rambling, like Kabuki said. But this one, it was interesting because I'm sure there's history in it, even though it's a movie and even though it's Scorsese. Scorsese makes sure that there's like points to be made, and I didn't know a lot of the history of it, so it was interesting to learn about it even through film, and then realize, oh shit, that really existed or that was really a thing. Back then it was just it was a good movie, and it I don't know if it would still stick. I don't know if I'd want to watch it again today, but then I loved it.
Yeah, Scorsese is a great filmmaker, but I never feel like I have chemistry with his movies. You know what I mean? Like I can go, yeah, that looks like a great movie. Watch the whole thing. Can't say there's much bad about it or anything like that. But for some reason, it just subjectively doesn't click for me. And
yeah, the I mean, he's amazing. The cast was great. Even the supporting cast, like everything that was going on in it, you got some amazing characters. You got some. It was a great story. Pretty epic. Yeah, long though, but I think worth it.
Oh, is he in it? Maybe that's why I didn't see it.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a period of hating him. I called him DiCaprio for a long time, and now it still pops into my head whenever I say it. Yeah. I like him better now. Not to the extent that most people do, but I like him better now. But there was a period there where I was like, he's in this movie too. God.
Yeah. There's a couple. I mean, later on we'll come back to it, so I'm sure I'll forget. But like The Departed or Shutter Island, like he really started to. I started liking him around those times. Otherwise, it was always Titanic for me. Like it was just like
I think it was even later for me. I think it was like Django Unchained.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was much later that I started accepting him.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I love Departed was great, and Shutter Island was amazing. But yeah, he's probably the weakest link in the whole thing, other than the 3-hour time limit or whatever it is. But yeah, nice. I'd go with Gangs of New York.
Okay, so my number 3. So this one is one of those. I think somebody mentioned it in the comments, and they said it's under the radar. It definitely is, which is crazy for the people that were all in it. But it's Road to Perdition.
Great movie.
Yes, it's an amazing movie. It's like, well, first of all, Tom Hanks, right? Kind of, still like on the height of like every time he comes out in a movie, Oscars are like, oh, what kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um, but Daniel Craig is in it, very young and like interesting character in that.
Hmm.
It's just like this really like heartbreaking story that you don't expect in a mafia kind of world. And it's not a mafia story, but it is.
It is. Yep. Yep. I
It
mean,
is, but it isn't. Like if you
Yeah.
were to say, "Hey, you want to see a mafia movie?" and you showed them this, they'd be like, "I didn't really see a mafia. Like all the people are in a
Sure.
mafia, but I didn't see a mafia movie.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't feel." Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, Matt, you would really like it,
Yeah.
and you
It's a good one.
should watch it. Watch it. um, but yeah, it's an amazing movie, and there's not a lot I can really say about it that would make it sound as amazing as it is. It's just a beautiful piece of art.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. I agree.
Okay, so then my number two, since we're snaking,
Hmm.
is one probably that is what you've predicted to be one of our crossovers. Because how do I not put Spider-Man on here?
No, I did not predict it to be.
You didn't
a
think
crossover.
Spider-Man would be on here?
No, I figured. I mean, the Marvel geeks that we are, I don't know if that would have been. It would. You probably would have come up with some way to make that like it's my number 6. So I didn't think because you might have had
What?
problems with it or whatever.
Why are you going to do it in that voice?
I don't know. That's what I hear when you talk.
I do agree with this, and two is better than one, but you have to remember that before this point, we hadn't had really a great superhero movie since like Batman's '89.
Sure.
Like we've had some tries, we've had some ones that are decent and stuff, but this is the first one that you came out and you're like, oh man, they can finally do this.
Yeah.
The CG and all that stuff. Like it
Yeah.
finally caught up to being fun while putting a good story in it and doing the origin story well. And, Uncle Ben and all that, they didn't mess it up too bad. It worked great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Post Batman.
Yeah. And
Yeah, there was X-Men going on, but X-Men, I think, let's see, X-Men 1 had already come out, right? In 99, I think. X-Men 2, I think it was kind of like its own little thing because it was a group of things and stuff. It just didn't feel like the trajectory that Spider-Man kind of started. I don't know if Iron Man could have happened if you didn't start this path, right?
Sure. I mean, there are a lot of things that started the superhero movies, as horrible as most of them are. They've been around, but now you got your technology that's kind of doing like what Lucas was doing. Like he knew the technology wasn't around in 77, but eventually it would be around. So like the technology is there to do it, and then you get someone like Sam Raimi to get in and do the thing and did it well. It's just I was never. I know that everyone's super happy that Tobey Maguire has got his light again in the new movies, and hopefully they're moving. He was never Peter Parker to me. He just never. I don't know.
See, I thought he was the right Peter Parker for the time period that they were showing, which basically after high school. The little bit where he's in high school, it didn't feel right.
No.
But afterwards, where he's working for the paper and all that stuff, he felt okay for that.
Yeah.
But Tom Holland, to me, is the best Spider-Man actor so far because he feels like the kid from high school and all that stuff, right?
For sure.
Not to mention, they made him more likable. And Tobey Maguire's
100%.
His character just had a little bit too much wine to it than most people liked. And that's in the script. You can't really push it against him, but
no, but I mean that you can say that about Hayden Christensen too, like
which I do.
Or Luke, right?
Yeah, I've never said Mark Hamill or Hayden Christensen had any bad acting in them. They were just poorly directed and scripted in certain scenes. I've said that before, so I'll say the same thing for Tobey Maguire in this regard. So, and which kind of is proved correctly in the newest Spider-Man where he shows up. I think he did a great job in it. So,
Oh, for sure. He did really well in portraying that Peter Parker from that universe, doing that thing, like, and you get him back on screen, like, really, really good. But it's Holland and then Garfield and then Maguire for me. I like
Yeah.
Garfield playing Peter Parker and Spider-Man, although the movies were not great, and 2 is a train wreck of a movie. I liked Garfield as Peter Parker better than I liked Maguire as Peter Parker. Spider-Man was fine, but Spider-Man you're in a suit. Like I like the acting better from Garfield because it just felt more like a witty, sarcastic Spider-Man than Tobey Maguire did.
See, I really liked Andrew Garfield. I liked his. I like him as an actor and everything he brought to it and stuff. But I just didn't feel like it felt like Peter Parker.
Hmm.
Like he only got like what do you call it, like comebacks and all that stuff whenever he put the mask on. It felt like when he took it off, it didn't feel like the same person. You know what I mean?
Right. He kind of wasn't though. Like Peter and Spider-Man are different. Like, he felt more confident in the mask than he did as Peter Parker initially.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's good. I mean, it's a great movie, and it definitely. I mean, Sam Raimi is amazing, so it works. It definitely works. But the whole Spider-Man 2 and then 3 just soured the whole batch for me. It was
Yeah.
just too much.
Spider-Man 3 is like Highlander 2. It didn't
Oh,
happen. You just push
it
that
did.
to the side.
Nope.
There's some movies you just have to say, yeah, that didn't really happen.
That one exists. You have to like it with the others.
I liked all 3 actors and I accepted them. Happy with it, but yeah.
I like that too.
Yeah, my rating would be Tom Holland, then Toby, then
yeah. I'd go Garfield over Toby. And I mean the first Garfield movie is the first Spider-Man movie with the Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield, not Garfield the cat. It's worth watching. The second one, maybe for a little bit of context that pays off later on, but it was not good.
I still thought it was okay. I wouldn't say it was good.
It was not
I
better
wouldn't
than 1. 1 was wicked better.
It was better than Green Lantern.
I mean, I think
that's the bar.
Jesus, that's the lowest bar. It's the lowest bar. An ant couldn't get under that bar. Jesus. Yeah, too many villains. Way too many villains. They fucked up Rock. They didn't do a good job with Venom. They had way too much going on with. Was it Hobgoblin? Is it not Hobgoblin? Like that whole payoff didn't work. It was just there was too much going on. Sandman was ugh.
Yeah. Sandman was Spider-Man, the only character in that movie that I actually thought was decent.
Yeah, I love seeing the black suit. That was killer, but yeah. I mean, Spider-Man 3 is not going to hit our top 5 list when we get to that year. That's for sure.
No. It didn't exist, so it can't. So that's my number 2. What's your number 2?
That's a good way to put it. I still think I liked Garfield. Overall, I like Garfield better as that combo than Toby as that combo. But to Chris,
I would agree with this. Yeah,
I think. But to your point, I think Toby is a better Peter Parker after high school. Like he does post high school Peter Parker pretty well. I can't get that dancing scene out of my head though. Like it
didn't happen.
It happened. It happened. They even made fun of it. And if you want to talk about Spider-Man movies, the across the not across the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse, that I would argue that one's a better Spider-Man movie than the Tom
I thought
Holland
you said
Spider-Man
worst.
movies. No. You want to talk about
it's one of the best, if not the best. It's one.
I would put that up against Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Like they did. I know it's Miles Morales, but they did such a great as a Spider-Man movie. They did such, and I guess they're different because Miles and Peter. But man, that movie is still one of my favorites.
No, this is a Beatles
Across the Universe
musical.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that. I can't really compare them because it's such a different medium, animation, especially since the animation style is its own thing and is beautiful in itself, so.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That I don't know. I think Catwoman's still better than Green Lantern.
The difference is that you don't get the fun. At least you get a few funny jokes from Ryan Reynolds and Green Lantern.
True, that's true. It's still a Ryan Reynolds movie.
We should do our worst superhero movies at some point. That would be fun.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Then we'll just get an argument over what is a superhero movie and what is not.
Well, you have to have superpowers, right, to be a superhero.
Yeah, I think DC would own most of the list, honestly.
Like cinematic movies or like the animated movies? Because DC animated movies are really
not animated, cinematic. Yeah.
Okay.
They have DC has amazing animated ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. Sure. All right, mark that down because that's gonna have to be our next.
That could be fun.
Yeah, that could be good.
So, what's your number 2?
All right, I'm gonna
Spider-Man's.
This is gonna right. Our favorite Spider-Man movies, our top 5 Spider-Man moments. This is a guilty pleasure of mine, but this sparked so much stuff afterwards. And I still laugh every time I see it. I cannot control myself in one scene. Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Okay.
With Steve Odekirk.
I've only seen parts of it.
My God, from beginning to end, it's hysterical. It's absolutely hilarious. He's funny as shit. The scene with about the squirrel and the nuts, it gets me every time. But watching that movie opened up the whole Thumb movies because I didn't know that they existed until after Kung Pao. And then I found out that Steve Odekirk did Bat Thumb, Thumbtanic, the Blair Thumb, like the Thumb movies that I also think are funny as shit and you need to watch them. They're quick, but they're fun. Kung Pao Enter the Fist it's an awesome ride. Anytime I would watch that movie, it came out this year and I would watch it often. I love it.
Number 2?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. Time Machine was great. Gangs of New York was awesome. Van Wilder, I still quote. But Kung Pao, my God. Yeah. It's hilarious from beginning. It's unapologetically funny. It's just so funny. God, watch it. Just watch it. Beginning to end. Grab popcorn, get a coffee or whatever, and just sit back. Enjoy the ride.
All right.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah, I've never seen it either. I've seen little bits like on YouTube and stuff like that and be like, what is this?
Do not take it seriously. Just have fun with it. It's hilarious.
I mean, the title tells you not to take it seriously, so.
Kung Pao Enter the Fist. He fights a cow. It's so funny.
Okay.
Have at it.
Okay. I'll try to see it.
Oh, it's worth it, man. I'm telling you, it's worth it.
All right.
If it's streamable, if it's on something that you have available to stream, I mean, I will always own my DVD because there's things that I don't want a chance ever not being able to get again.
Right.
This is one of them. This is just so fun.
I don't know. I've tried to watch a few movies before.
I've given some tough ones though. Like the Lagan from a couple weeks ago, about the Indian cricket match with the British, the timepiece. I said it was 3 hours. The Indian film. My God, it's so good, but definitely different. But Kung Pao is just God.
All right.
It's so funny.
All right. Well, then, what's your number 1? The one that was better than Kung Pao?
This is better than a lot of movies from a lot of different years. This one is still.
And we've had no crossovers so far.
No crossovers. And I don't think this is your number 1. I would put this one in my top 10. I might be able to argue this one into my top 5 ever, like movies that I just adored. It's another one based off a story. It's one of my favorite revenge stories ever. And it's what Wayne was talking about. It's another Guy Pearce movie, and definitely the better one that came out this year. It's The Count of Monte Cristo.
Oh, okay.
Holy shit, this movie is amazing.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Its story is a revenge story, right? Like if you're
I mean, I
familiar
know
with
the
the story,
story from the
right?
literature, but I don't know. I never saw this movie.
To see it done with Caviezel and Pierce, Henry Cavill, like it's amazing. It's so well done, and it's got one of the like I like The Patriot with Mel Gibson because I love the villain so much. He does such a good job of making you fucking hate him that it's so good. The acting in this movie is amazing. They did such a good job bringing it to the screen that it's phenomenal. And it really legitimately, I could argue it into my top 5 just because of the story. The story is great. The revenge story is fantastic. It pays off where it's supposed to pay off. They do such a good job. The fighting, the way you feel towards the bad guy, and then you feel bad for the good guy and the shit they go through. It's just unbelievable. This movie.
Okay. Cool. I mean, I've heard about it, but
Oh,
no one's ever raved about it like everybody here is. So
it's so
I guess
good.
I'll have to see it. How old was Cavill back then?
No,
I didn't know he was even acting in 2002.
yeah, probably early 20s, I would say, maybe late
Huh.
teens.
Okay.
It's a good question. You could look it up.
Oh, was Dennis Quaid in it? They're talking about the rookie. Okay.
Yeah. The Rookie is good.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
By the way, have you
Inner
have you
Space is
seen
awesome.
Jack Quaid in anything like The Boys and stuff like that?
Mm.
Every time I see him, I'm like, God, he looks just like his dad.
Mm. No,
You
I
know?
haven't. I haven't watched any of The Boys, actually.
Huh. I watched the first 2 seasons, I think.
I should.
Um, no reason why I didn't continue other than it was like 2 years or something later. I didn't remember anything. Oh, we played this. Okay.
Yeah, was he maybe late teens, I guess, maybe?
Huh.
Could have been late teens.
All right. Well, you should be able to guess my number 1.
I don't know. I mean, the top 2 movies from this year, I've never heard of. So
There is
imagine
there's an object from this movie behind me. Probably more than one actually, but you can see it on top of Batman's head. That's Jane's hat from Firefly. So Serenity is my number 1.
Oh, I didn't even see it on the list.
Yeah, it's really weird. I almost missed it because like I use Google for searching for stuff, and all they had was just like Nathan Fillion's head, not the cover of it or anything like that. And I almost missed it. I was like, why is Nathan Fillion looking at me? I rolled over, I was like, oh, Serenity. Oh yeah, gotta do that one.
I didn't even see it on the list.
So Serenity,
Wow.
yeah, so Serenity, I saw the movie first before seeing the series. I didn't even know the series existed, which was really weird because I was already a big Joss Whedon fan because no matter what he's like, but because of Buffy, right? So, and you know, then the series came out and left before the movie ever came out, obviously, because the movie was to make, you know, basically a wrap up for it.
Yeah,
I saw this movie. I was like, okay, sounds like a fun movie. I'll go see the movie. Fell in love with the movie, and then someone was like, you know, there's a whole series. I was like, what? So I went back and watched the whole series, loved the series even more than the movie, and then saw the movie, and it's like, you know, so I had this big epic feel of like watching the prequels as the series and all that stuff. So I really get to rate it as just a movie and not part of the series because of that perspective, though.
Yeah.
I love the movie. It made me want to have more, of course, and we can't ever have more, unfortunately. So,
right, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't see it. I would have. I mean, it wouldn't have. I probably wouldn't have had it in my top, but I might have guessed it for you. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. No. So that's my number 1. A lot of people have mentioned some of our others on here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you have 6 and 7. How many did you have on your list?
I had 8.
Okay, not counting the 4 that I took out.
Right, same with me. Those are not on my list.
I had 21.
Jesus, I could not find that many from this year. Like the ones that stood
Really?
out for me stood out,
Well,
but
you
there
couldn't
were
find
some
Serenity, apparently.
I didn't. I went. Remember last week I told you like I've been stopping at like 150, 200 because they just got bonkers. I went into 350, like the next 350, and I couldn't find anything that was better. There were some obscure ones, but nothing that was like that stood out. These are the ones that stood out for me.
Of
I
22.
mean,
Sorry.
there were a couple we didn't talk about that the chat have been talking about. 28 Days Later was bonkers.
Yeah. Yep.
It was great.
I want to mention Minority Report because it was like it was brutal
Everybody?
not putting it in my number 5. It was back and forth constantly.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, it
It's
definitely should be
5.5.
talked about. Yeah, sure. It's in the middle there. John Q with Denzel.
I might have seen that, but I don't remember it.
Watch it.
What was
Good
that
movie.
one?
Go back and watch it.
What was it about?
I don't want to say anything.
Oh, okay. One of those. All right.
Just
There was a lot of those.
It's Denzel. It's a solid movie, I think.
Usually is with him.
28 Days Later. So the top 2 from this year, and I don't know if you've seen them, but I didn't even know what the fuck they were. Irreversible and The Salton Sea.
Never even heard of him.
Never heard of them. 1 and 2. Never heard of them. Yeah, it's a good one. Yep, John Q is good. Mothman Prophecies. Was Mothman this year too?
Swingers was this year?
No, that's a totally different Swingers.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a Val Kilmer, huh?
I never heard of it. Salton Sea and Irreversible are the top 2 of this year. Never heard of it.
Yeah, me either.
Was Mothman Prophecy this year?
I think I saw it, but I think I saw it in the list, but I didn't see. I didn't see the movie, so I didn't put it on there.
I love that movie.
What is that one?
That's like a whole like almost like
That's
butterfly effect kind of
I've
stuff.
never seen this entire movie. I've seen chunks of this.
Oh, Mothman's good. I did not see it on the list either. Huh. Yeah, that's a good one. So the one I left it off because I knew it was a remake, but it came out this year was The Ring. Yeah, really wrong Swingers, Matt.
I never saw the original Ring. I saw this Ring, the American version, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is my second favorite horror film.
But it's not in your top 5 of this year?
No, because I'm not a big horror person.
Oh, okay.
It's on there. It's my, which one is it? 6, 7, 8, 9, it's 10.
Okay. Yeah, this one.
Or 9.
Yeah, this one's good. The original's also good. This one, it freaked me out, and with horror movies, it's hard to do. There are a few that do it. The Ring definitely did it, and I remember going to the theater with my sister, and if she ever watches this, going to the theater with my sister, and my sister for the first 15 minutes of the movie, she was then head into her friend's shoulder for the rest of the movie. Like she couldn't watch it. When we go to hotel rooms as a family, when it steams up, I would write 7 days on the mirror, and you just hear her like cursing from the bathroom. She hated me so much for that movie. And yeah, Lilo and Stitch it's not my favorite of the bunch, but I love Stitch. Stitch is great.
Was 8 Mile this year?
8 Mile.
That was a really good movie. It was surprisingly good.
Yeah,
it wouldn't have made my top 5, but it was definitely good. Chicago, I was not a fan. I know people love it, and I love musicals, but the whole thing felt like it was filmed on stage, and I'd rather just go see the play then. Like, give me something that looks different. I went to the movies for a reason, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and there is Pianist Love. I mean, it's dark.
Wait, could you say that again?
Pianist
Love.
No sound bites.
Please soundbite that one for me.
I feel like I was set up on that one.
No, that was raw right there.
Yeah, this was the Adrian Brody's movie, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
so dark and hard that I can't watch it again.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, Schindler's List feel. It's like you gotta be ready for that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ice Age, always a fun one.
Ice
Not
Age
one of my
was great.
favorites of all. I like Lilo and Stitch a little bit more, but yeah, it's still a good one.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow, that's cool.
Let's see what else was on here. Catch Me If You Can. People talked about. I really like this movie. I have some like nostalgia about it because my dad and I talked about it quite a bit and stuff. He really liked that movie a lot. So
yeah.
Triple X was in this time.
Yeah.
Wouldn't make any list or anything, but it was still a fun movie. And
I like that better than Fast and Furious.
Do you? I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. I don't know if I agree or not, but we talked about Spirited Away last year when it came out.
Yeah, there was another animated one that flew under the radar. We Were Soldiers was a good one.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
There was an animated one that came out, Treasure Planet.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I kind of mentioned this one not a couple of years, but a couple episodes ago where we were talking about one before it. But I thought it was good story-wise and stuff, but the idea of just pirate ships, the way they look, just going through space, I loved, and I would love to do some kind of game or something like that in that world. That'd be fun.
Yeah. There was one that came out this year. I forget the name of it now, but I'll know it when you say it. It was Robin Williams, and I usually put Robin Williams on anything.
1 Hour Photo.
That one. I could not watch that one.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't want to watch him that way.
He did such an amazing job in that movie.
I believe it. I
was blown away. I mean, you've seen his acting chops up to this point. You've seen Bicentennial Man and all this other stuff.
Great.
Even even like half his comedies, you still saw really good acting. But this one, you haven't seen him as a true villain.
Yeah.
And it's so good.
Yeah, I couldn't get through it. I watched a little bit of it and I didn't like it. Yeah, Insomnia. Yeah.
Oh, was Eric alive in 2002? Oh, that's nice.
It was born in 2002.
It was born in 2002. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Insomnia at the same time, and I didn't see that one. I remember like he played two villains. Well, maybe he wasn't a villain in that one, but also as a villain. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see that one, but 28 Days Later, we talked about Queen of the Damned was a disappointment.
Yeah, I wanted that one to be really good.
I know. And what was really weird, like I was a fan of the books, right? So I read Interview with a Vampire after the movie. So I was kind of like, okay, I like both and stuff. And then the next book I read was the best book in the whole series called The Stat, which tells you the whole history of him, right? And then Queen of the Damned was like one of the worst books of the series because it was just all over the place. And then they make a movie of that instead of Lestat. I was like, what are you doing? And it was just horrible. So I was out before I sat in the seat.
Yeah, you were done.
I was just like, why are they doing the worst book? I don't understand.
Jeez.
Yeah, we like Catch Me If You Can. It was very good.
It was good.
Yeah. The fact that it's based off of a real story made it even more fun,
Right. Yeah, I agree.
The Sum of All Fears, I think I remember little bits and pieces of it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't like bring up the whole thing. And Red Dragon, another Hannibal thing, it wasn't as good as Hannibal though.
No.
Resident Evil. Okay. Resident Evil being the same year as 28 Days Later. I mean, 28 Days Later, which is crazy.
Right. Yeah. Resident Evil was good. I liked it. It was fun, but it wasn't great.
I really liked the Umbrella thing about it. I didn't like any of the others afterwards because the thing I liked about it was the evil computer little girl thing.
Right.
And then that's all gone after they leave that. So.
Right.
Drumline. I never saw Drumline.
Yeah, movies are not good.
It was good for a zombie film. You had to go in. Zombie films I don't even consider horror. They're silly kind of stuff to me, you know.
Yeah.
Right? Although 28 Days Later brings it into horror. I'll give you that.
For sure.
I'll give you that. What else we got? Goldmember, Austin Powers.
That was the better one. That one I liked more. Like I tried to go. I watched. It wasn't recent, but it was recent. I tried to watch the first Austin Powers. I did not laugh once.
Really?
Yeah.
I find myself only laughing during the Dr. Evil parts. I feel like the whole movie was made just for those scenes.
Yeah.
And then everything else is kind of like till you get
Yeah.
to the next Dr. Evil scenes.
Yeah, him and Scotty, like that with Mini Me. Like sometimes there's some good moments, but
I mean,
really wasn't in love with it.
I didn't go to evil medical school for 8 years to be called Mr. Evil. Thank you very much. All the quotes and stuff come from his side of it, the Dr. Evil side.
Yeah.
Hardly anybody ever quotes Austin Powers because that's just a stupid, dumb thing going on that lets you watch Dr. Evil. So,
Yep. Yeah.
I think this is the better one for me out of all of them as well. Remember. Men in Black 2 kind of flopped.
Sequel.
Not good.
Yeah.
Oh, The Transporter.
Yeah, that was okay, but that was the one where he had to be on drugs or something to keep his. No, wait, that's not Transporter.
No, you're thinking. Where's the one where he's like all crazy and
yeah.
No. That one comes much later. This is. He was still like people didn't know who Jason Statham was exactly. He's just been like on Snatch and stuff like that, but this was like his first main, thing or whatever.
Oh, Crank. There you go.
Crank, that's what it is. Yeah. That's a crazy movie. That's
Yeah. Yeah, that was not.
Yeah, Will Man for Hire kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the same kind of story where you're a bad guy, but then you feel sorry for something and you break the rules and now everybody's after you kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Still fun.
Yeah. Nah.
Bubba Hotep. Have you ever seen that movie?
Long time ago.
Oh, It was not. It looks bad, and then it's a different kind of bad that's not as good as what you were hoping for.
Yeah, I think I watched it when it came out, and I never revisited.
I never saw The Death to Smoochie either.
Yeah, 3 that year. Jesus.
Yeah, big Robin Williams year.
So bad, it's great. Yeah.
It might have been The Smoochie. I'm not sure if that was. Yeah. We talked about Changing Lanes. I think was an early Ben Affleck one.
Yeah, that's Samuel L. Jackson too, right?
Yeah. Oh, Scooby Doo, the first live action Scooby Doo. It was fun.
Yeah, that was all right.
But yeah, it was pretty decent. I mean, out of all the ones we listed, that was a pretty decent year. But on top of that, you had a Star Wars, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, and Harry Potter.
Right.
It was insane.
Yeah, with all these big time ones that came out. Yeah.
I wonder if really I couldn't watch this more than once. And I have the DVD, unfortunately. I wonder if this was like one of the biggest ticket box payoff years ever. You know?
Yeah.
With those 4 hits.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, those are big ones. I mean, you got Lord of the Rings and Harry and Star Wars and Star Trek all in the same year.
James Gunn did Scooby Doo. That's hilarious and makes sense in many ways.
Jesus.
That's funny.
Yeah.
No, it was pretty good. It was a pretty decent year.
Yeah.
I was afraid after 2001 because our episode of 2001 was amazing and probably collectively had stronger movies in it. But
yeah, I'm telling you, watch Kung Pao. Watch Kung Pao. It's a fun ride, man.
You've seen all of my. Oh, the script was by. Okay, you've seen all of mine, right? On the list. Serenity, Spider-Man, Road to Perdition, Born Identity, and Signs.
Yep.
And I saw 2 of yours. Is that right?
You saw Van Wilder,
Yeah.
and you saw Time Machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you didn't see Gangs in New York, you didn't see Kung Pao, and you didn't see Count of Monte Cristo.
It is so weird how you and I have such a. We're in the same room, but in 2 different conversations, or we're in the same zone, but in 2
Yeah.
different lanes, or whatever it is. Like in board games and everything, because sometimes we do our list, and I'm like, I haven't played 4 out of your 5 board
Yeah.
games. And sometimes
look
it's the same case for mine, but.
What was the list? The games last year. It ended up what 3 or 4 of them from my list were like, yeah, bring them next week, bring them next week, bring them next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It was better than what you would expect. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So if you have to recommend somebody go see a movie out of your list this time, what is the one movie they have to go see?
If you want something serious and you like revenge stories, it's Count of Monte Cristo for sure.
Okay.
Like it's fantastic. It's serious. Like it's a serious movie. But if you just want to sit back and just
so it's not. It doesn't have any witty, fun moments like Three Musketeers.
Oh no, for sure. They're I forget the actor's name that helps. You know him. He's a Spanish guy. I don't remember his name. But there's the comic relief in it. Like there's moments where you'll laugh because there's some fun stuff, but it's Guzman. Yep.
Oh, okay. And is that the guy? What's his first name?
I think it's Jose.
Is that the guy? Did you ever see the show Community?
Oh, with Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Oh, Luis Jose.
Luis Guzman. Yeah, he's a weird character in that for like 1 episode or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
He gets it. He gets those parts that he's usually a weird character in the parts, but there are moments with him that are funny, like when he's boating him back and forth to the castle and stuff. Anyway, there are moments, but that movie is more about like the story, the revenge story, and hating the villains and loving when things go the right way. Like that story is phenomenal. If you just want to forget about the world outside your door for a little while and just laugh for an hour and a half, like it's Kung Pao all day. That movie will make, or I mean Van Wilder too, but Kung Pao is worth a watch. Van Wilder's predictable and it's got the humor and it's got the shock value to it, but Kung Pao is just like what's happening? It's so good. Oh, that's cool.
I was going to ask, like, who do you know, like on the writer's side? Okay,
that's neat.
That was a great series, by the way, up until Dan Harmon left. Really, then it kind of went crazy, but. There were some still good parts in it though. Yeah. So, Starburns. That's funny. Anyway, yeah, it was a good show. So that's 2002.
Yep.
Next week we have
23 years ago.
Yeah, don't say that. Oh man. Yeah, next week we're going to have board game almost said review. Board game rundown with us.
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
And we're going to be doing the best games of 2015.
We are.
I've already done my list. It was a great year.
Great. Yeah, it's going to be a tough year. There's going to be a lot with 5 of us. If everyone's on, if Bob's on and Tim and Mike are on, there's going to be 5 of us. There's definitely going to be some footstepping, but yeah, there's some good stuff. It just gets harder from here.
Jump into that one real quick, yeah.
It just gets harder from here.
Is that all we are to you? Just entertainment while you print out your minis?
That's great. Paquette's working
I think
on one of
that's
the
what we're supposed to do.
27 games that are coming out this year that he and his
Yeah.
company are working for. So it's what people do. You listen to us in the background. And,
I mean, this is almost what the show was designed for because
Yeah.
when I do a lot of my work, I just have people talking about stupid stuff on the side of the YouTube. So I just want to make that.
when you do work, you put on the full 42 and listen to yourself in the background.
I don't think I've ever watched a full show of our own show.
No, I've gone back to moments just to see how stupid I sounded when I said some stuff. But that's it.
Yeah, the
thanks.
most of an entire show I've gone back and watched because honestly, it's more fun whenever it's live. Is the ones that I'm not on, like I've missed, right?
Right.
Because I'm here. Why would I watch it again? I just experienced it.
Right.
But if I'm not on, I want to see what you did, you know, or who you were with and all that stuff. And
Right.
how'd you fuck it up? No, I'm kidding. But no, if I can catch it live, which is hard to do because if I'm missing it, then it's obviously it's hard to do. But yeah.
So yeah, next week is the board game rundown with the 2015. Then the week after that, I think we're taking a week off because we'll both be in Niagara Falls, and every time we've tried to do that, it hasn't gone well with service and location and streaming. So we'll take a week off, and then when we come back, we'll have our little redo show. But I think we have a couple guests either lined up or potentially lined up to come back on. I know my friend Josh from Cake Pie Games wants to come on and show us a game that will be on Crowdfunder next week. I think that's May. I think he's doing.
Are we going to play it?
Yeah, we can play it.
Oh, fun! Nice.
I was on the phone. I've already talked about Helena coming back on the show. I've talked to Aldi about coming back on the show from Board Game Geek. He's in. I was on the phone with Richard Lanius earlier today, and he's like, anytime we want him to come back on, he would love to join. So he's slated to come back. So we have coming back from a couple weeks from now. We'll have another pretty stellar guest lineup. We got to get Daryl back on so he can have his 11th guest spot. We'll get Eric on the show at some point when we start talking about the shit that we hate, because I know he wants to do that episode.
Nice.
Yeah, so we got some good stuff coming in the next couple months. Then I'll be at Origins. Then all of a sudden it's going to be Gen Con, and it'll be the end of 2025 before we know it.
Awesome. Nice. Yeah, and everybody go to BGG and go put in your votes for best game of the year, best artwork for the year, best solo, best two-player, all their different categories, podcast,
BGRs, light game, medium game. I wanted to see what they considered a light game. So I went to Andromeda's Edge and I clicked light game, and it was like, are you sure you want to nominate this? It's rated at a 3.7. And I was like, really? That's funny. So then I went to charcuterie and I went for heavy, and it was like, are you sure you want to do this? It's rated at a 1 point. I'm like, okay.
That's funny.
It knows. Yeah. That's pretty good. Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't try anything like that, so I didn't get any. I did it right, Mike.
I was testing the system to see how I could break it. That's
testing for bugs. Got it.
Yep. That's what I do.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Check us out next week with BGR and all that stuff. It'll be fun.
Yep. Cool. See you guys. Have fun painting, Alan.